Bless you. And that's a great way to start. And then you drop your phone as well. Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. I am currently bald, or
Welcome back.
as bold as one can get. The reason I have this terrible haircut is because in this fucking black hole of a village, town, etc., I went 3 days in a row to find a barber. And on the one day that I found someone, which was a Saturday, I see the doors open. And I'm like, thank God, I've been looking for 3 days. And I have no fucking idea why they were closed all those other days. Maybe I rocked up at the wrong time on Thursday.
Because, bro,
but
they
on
just
Friday,
went for lunch.
On Thursday, I may have rocked up a bit late, but on fucking Friday, I've rocked up twice. So I rocked up around 11 or so, and then I rocked up around 2. And all 3 places in the town were closed. Nothing. So I came back Saturday because my uncle was like, the door is open where the other barber is near him. And he's like, just go there. I go there. Guess what happens? I see the fucking lady like sweeping out water. And the day before it was like pouring down rain. I'm guessing like it all leaked through her roof and it flooded her salon. So she's like, sorry, like everything's flooded. I can't cut your hair. And you know me, 3 days of taking bullshit. And that night I wanted to look cool, because my hair had grown out. It looked like shit, especially because the guy chopped it in a way that's like this. Like he chopped these sides like shorter and then gave me like a fucking I look like Aang, except it wasn't a tattoo of a fucking arrow. It was just my fucking hair. And so I was like, fuck this. I got home and I did the number one thing I do each year when I get either depressed or pissed off is I shave my head.
Yeah, fair enough. How much hair did you have? I can't remember.
What?
How much hair did you have?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Look at our most previous podcasts.
I might have to look now, but honestly, I can't remember.
It wasn't that long. Like the sides was short as always, but the top was like at least like this long, like I'd say.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'm looking now.
But otherwise,
I only see me, bro. What the fuck? Oh yeah, it's not long, yeah, but
it's not long, but it was like it was time for a trim.
Yeah, you could have. You weren't doing anything with it. You weren't doing nothing.
You're not doing nothing with it, eh?
I understand. Did you impress any of the ladies, bro? Any of the Serbian ladies
with the shaved hair?
Yeah, were they like, wow, what a tough man? I need that tough man.
A lot of them said, a lot of them were fucking surprised and were like, what the fuck did you do to your head? And some of them looked at me.
It looks better. It looks better.
Some of them looked at me with like girl boners.
Oh yeah.
Because over here, the number one, like the type of guys girls like are guys normally with short hair like this that look like criminals. And without my glasses, with this little fucking goatee and my little hoop earrings, I look like I do crime.
All you need to do is a little split in the eyebrow.
Oh, dude. Why didn't I do it? You know what? Let me find my fucking earrings so I can criminalize myself. Hold up.
Bro, you need to, after this for me, because now that I'm a thumbnail making god, the thumbnail I'm going to need is you shaving your head again and just with a slit eyebrow.
I don't know how I'm going to slit my eyebrow because the machine that I used wasn't mine. It was my auntie's brother's. And like, it's not here anymore.
Bro. Just use a razor.
I can't gentle. Because my razor is a fucking 3-blade one. If I do that, it's going to be like a fucking gap. I'll look like I got scarred rather than fucking a slit.
That would be hilarious.
Or should I be a real criminal and do it with a knife?
Oh, yeah, like hot.
That might be the thumbnail. Rather than doing the slit, I'll put like a knife to my eyebrow, make it look like I'm about to like, or maybe I just like put a knife in my mouth, like I'm about to get real. I'm about to get real on a bill.
I was gonna say I've spent the week in Paris, or like half the week in Paris.
Paris.
Fucking by the way, like I think I liked Paris. Like you said, it was like you didn't like it.
Was this your
You didn't.
first time in Paris?
I think as like an adult. Are you still there?
Oh, so it's your first time you've been with your parents before.
Yeah, I think as a kid, like as a really young kid, I might have gone, but I wouldn't have known anything about it.
Right.
But yeah, like, you didn't like it, hey?
It wasn't that I didn't like it. Like there was parts of it that I really enjoyed because it's an artsy city, and I'm an artsy guy.
Yeah.
And like some streets were beautiful, and it hell reminded me of heaps of French movies that I watched and stuff, which I like. I just didn't like the vibe of the city. It was just kind of like I don't know. They were really disrespectful as soon as you start speaking English to them. When they like talk to you in French and then you say something in English, they're like, ugh. Like
I see. I didn't get that much
French, bro.
I didn't get but even when I spoke English, I didn't get that too much. Like even like
maybe I went to the wrong places.
Well, so I actually where we stayed, we were like on the outskirts of Paris. So it felt really French. Like it felt really French, like in terms of like not really touristy.
I was
like,
in the middle
not
of the
really,
city, yeah.
But like I thought it would be worse out there. Because like I thought like those would be the French snobby people, whereas if they're in a city, everyone speaks English, sort of thing.
Yeah, but I think that's also the reason why it's so much shittier in the middle of the cities, because they're so like they don't like tourists that much, because I'm guessing the city's constantly flooded with them.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the highest behind London, right? Like the most touristy destination. But like London, you have to speak English anyway because it's English.
Right.
Like that's probably the biggest tourist location where like, most people don't.
Yeah.
But like that's the biggest tourist location where people don't speak the language native.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, I get why people probably be pissed, because I heard many more Americans than I did anyone else. Really.
When you go to Berlin and shit, like Berlin, like when you're in the middle of the city, you hear a lot more English than anything.
Yeah, and like everything. I feel it's crazy going to a place, right, and hearing things twice. So hearing it in French and then hearing it in English.
Yeah,
like because like they're just like, well, we got to do it in English because most people are going to be like understanding English.
Yeah.
Like
well, they start in French, like, and then you're like, no.
Yeah, but what? Because I went to Disneyland, and like all the rides have like the French, like they have the French version, and then they like say it again in English.
Yeah, just like airplane.
Everything is just.
When you catch like Emirates or Qatar, first it's in like their language. And then it's in English, like the explanation.
Do you know what that means, bro? Do you know what it means? We've fucking done it. We've taken over.
We fucking done it. Yeah,
let's fucking have it. Fucking, we are the champs, bro. Like honestly, like if any French man tries to chat to me, I'm just like, bro, what did you learn? What did you learn in school? Did you learn English? I bet you fucking did. Because that's how big we are.
Did anyone say to you, parlez-vous français?
No.
Nah, bro.
People just said English.
English.
It was funny, right? Because I was like,
and then you just like, they're like, do you speak English? What'd you say?
I was gonna say like, my bosses told me like, you're probably better off saying you're Australian than you are saying.
Yeah, because they don't like the English. They don't.
It's like weirdly like for us, like Paris in particular, it's very similar to London, like in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah, like the structure of it, it's very
because it's still like it's still there's still a lot of new because it's like such a big city. So there is still, because that's what London mixes. It's like the modern with the like fucking ancient, and like because where the Louvre is, fucking like those buildings.
The Louvre. You went to the Louvre?
But like there's the building's on the opposite side, like just behind like where the fucking main shit is.
Yeah.
It's just like the same building continuously.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this huge fucking thing. And like that's a very like London thing as well, which is having the same building like 27 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because like why would you make a different building? Why would you
it's a very
imagine going on Minecraft. Imagine going on Minecraft and just fucking building the same house next to each other fucking 27 times in a row.
Basically. Bro,
You can
you think that's similar? Try going to a fucking Eastern European country, bro. Due to communism, they built like legitimately building after building legitimately looks the same. Like you'll get lost because you'll be like, well, which one is it? Like which
to be fair, if
enter?
you go to a new suburb in like Perth, it's the same thing. Like every house looks the
Yeah, a
same
lot of
way.
it is same
Like it's
building.
that
Yeah, a lot of the same
Colorbond
houses.
fucking roof and like fucking some light grey walls and a
Yeah.
fucking like fancy like window probably at the front. Like
Yeah, or like
it's
when
like
you
oh
see
well.
like the Italian households, it's like holy fucking shit. Like these are all like brick houses that are designed the same way. Just like one might be
Yeah,
green, one might be yellow or some shit, but they're
yeah.
all fucking same.
But yeah, overall Disneyland Paris kind of mid, like just in general. Like
Well,
not
I
like
think what I didn't like about it was that it was smelled.
I think a lot of like they okay, one thing I will say, Disneyland this Paris sorry in general, the train system is very fucking good. Very
Mm.
fucking good. Like
Yeah,
probably
yeah, yeah.
better than like arguably better than London's.
It
Better than
is.
like
In my opinion, it
because
is. Yeah.
yeah, because like first of all, like every train, it's so easy. It fucking there's lights on the fucking train telling you where
Yeah, where you're
like, and you go, oh,
stopping.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely on the right fucking thing. Whereas in London, like I'm just thinking of if I wasn't English speaking, if I
Yeah.
was trying to read that map, I'd be like, fucking what on earth is going on?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
exact same in French, but
And
at least
everything,
there's
everything
lights and
either
shit
ends
and
with
like
Chester or Shire.
yeah, yeah. And so yeah, their train system is fucking elite. Things do smell, I'd say there, but things smell in London, especially on my street. Fucking things smell. Um, but like that's I
Things
think
only
that's
smell
just
like blood on your street.
yeah,
In
and
Paris, it smells like
stab
dead
wounds.
rats and thrown out fucking food.
I didn't get that too much. I didn't get that like too
I
much.
got a lot of that. Maybe just the place where I was at, but
Yeah, because yeah,
maybe
but
I just have a
but yeah,
bad memory of it because my phone got stolen there and I try to leave.
yeah. I didn't get any scammers really. Like the only weirdly enough, like because like you know I don't know how you got around, but we bought like a 5-day ticket pass, like where you
Yeah,
just use the
same. Yeah,
train tickets,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
little piece of paper,
Yeah,
which by the way is fucking it just breaks. It just breaks fucking constantly.
yeah, it
Like
does.
well, ours did at least. So like we were just like we paid for it. We paid properly. We paid like the €60 or whatever it was for 5 days, but we ended up fucking like just walking through after people constantly because our tickets didn't work. So like,
What? I
but
swear,
there's
couldn't you get it digitally? I swear I had it digitally.
maybe, but like we just had that little piece of paper and we just had to keep putting it in.
Right.
So, but yeah, like well we ended up like just fucking like going through illegally half the time and like the one we were like the most worried about was trying to get back to the airport on the airport bus and like we were like there's no chance like they're gonna fucking like explain like we have to explain it to these guys but like they fucking just opened 3 doors onto the bus and we was like
Yeah.
okay we'll just go into the fucking back door and like the guy at the bus at the front of the bus isn't fucking listening to hear if this thing doesn't go in correctly. So he's fucking hopped on. Fucking
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think you ever have to really pay for travel. I'm not advocating nothing, right? I'm not
Yeah.
fucking sitting here saying you should do anything, but I'm just saying it doesn't look like you have to pay for traveling in fucking Paris.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
People get around.
like
The
yeah,
French are known. The French are known for fucking figuring shit out like that. For like getting through for free. Yeah, you know, like you know, they're a
yeah.
bit.
But
That's what
everyone we spoke
I
to was
think I
nice.
didn't like Paris, but I like the French culture. I like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like how much more artsy and chilled out and kind of like individualist they are.
Yeah, we had like this one dude around our like suburb who we just kept running into. Who was hell nice. He was like the first one that was just like helping us with the tickets. He didn't speak English, but he just like he. And then at the last day, we were walking back to the train station, and he was there trying to sell trying to sell cigarettes just on the side of the fucking street. But as one of those
Side
fellas do, you
hustling.
know. Yeah, just hustling away. And like he went to go sell us cigarettes, and then he realized who it was us, and he was like, "Oh, never mind." I think he's like,
Oh, you don't
go on with your
smoke.
day." He's like, go on with your day. But yeah, no, everyone that I spoke to was pretty cool. It was pretty nice. So it was just Disneyland Paris was like just for kids and like fucking it was hot. And I wouldn't recommend it for anyone that actually just likes rides because the rides were kind of ass.
Yeah, well, that's
Um,
what I was thinking because Disneyland doesn't really sound like it would have like insane rides. Like I think you
yeah,
go somewhere else for that because like
yeah.
Disney is
There's
like
a
where you
park
take
called
your fucking
Asterix.
kids, bro.
There's a park called Asterix, which we realized soon after that we should have gone to instead of fucking Disneyland. But we didn't. So, and we also were meeting friends, obviously, in Disneyland.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was
yeah.
kind of like,
How was seeing the Aussies outside of Australia?
bro, familiar face, bro. It was fucking crazy.
Did you just
Crazy.
did you just get lit?
No. We only we just chilled. Yeah, went on the rides.
Okay.
Fucking had a good time.
Because I've
They
been
went on
seeing our friends getting lit wherever they go. So
Yeah, okay. Which the ones that I met with? Well, we can say it was Mackenzie. Mackenzie's been on the pod anyway.
well, our only friend. Oh yeah, there's our other friends that are in Europe right now. The two gal. They seem to be
Yeah,
having a lot of.
yeah. I honestly wouldn't have a clue, man. Honestly, you
But
know
one
how
of
much
my
I check fucking
cousins
Instagram.
is in Paris as well. Because his
Keep
girl.
talking. I'm just gonna get a drink.
He. Well, I
I
guess
can hear you.
I guess I'll speak to the cam. One of my cousins is actually in Paris right now, and his girlfriend works like as a dancer in Moulin Rouge. Do you know what Moulin Rouge is?
Isn't it a play? I don't know. I've heard.
Yeah, it's a very famous place known for like their specific like dancing and stuff. It's like it's been around for like hundreds of years. Anyways, dude, he's lived in the life because like him and his friend got a cash here. And pretty sure they fucking rented out like a big boat, like a huge. When I say a boat, it's more of a fucking ship. Like, and like him and a few friends, they all rented it out, and they're like fucking like legitimately like off the coast of, I'm guessing somewhere in France, maybe Monaco. I don't even fucking know, you know. But bro, they're living the bougie life, and it looks incredible. But it just seems like everyone's here in Europe at the moment. Like a lot of people that I know from Australia over here this year. I guess it's because like people haven't been going for a few years now. So like
And also,
now everything's
that things are open. It's summer here at the moment, which is like winter over in Australia. So it's like good reason to go about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everyone's been enjoying their trips. I've been getting free cups from the shops because I bought two bottles of Fanta. And I don't know if they have this Fanta anywhere else. It's called Fanta Chocata or Chocata or however you want to fucking pronounce it. And it's got some sort of flour in it and a lemon. It is genuinely the best fucking tasting Fanta you ever have in your fucking life. And I haven't been drinking water. I've only been drinking this.
Damn.
So
that's really healthy. I'm really proud of you for that.
Just goes to show how good it is.
I like how when you were in Australia, you were talking to me often about like, fucking been going hitting gym, fucking
oh yeah, I was. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? There's no gym.
now
my
fitness
just
like at rock bottom.
Oh, once again, that's why I shaved that's why I shaved my head, bro. I'm starting again.
Yeah, bro. Starting from the bottom.
No, there's nothing really to do here. Like I could do like the first week or so, I was doing like every morning when I woke up, I was like doing like push-ups, squats, sit-ups and stuff, just like body weight stuff. But after a while, I was just like, this is just like, it just didn't feel like it was enough. And it just, I don't know. I probably should be doing it. But then again, like, I don't know. Like, it's funny because a part of me is living an unhealthy life, but a part of me is living genuinely like, in terms of food consumption, dude, you know how I know I've been eating well? Yesterday, I took a shit that was 40 centimeters long. It stuck together. Jeez. 40 centimeters long.
Dude, that hasn't happened to me in years.
Ever, dude. As soon as I shat it out, I sent a photo to some of my friends from my old job, and I was like, I'm ready for some black dick now.
Bro, that's crazy. I'm proud of you.
Dude, I've never seen him. It was fully connected, and there was no breaking or nothing. Bro, the shits that I've been taking, incredible, bro.
What is that different? Is that the food that you've been eating there?
Yeah. Because it's
just organic food, like and shit.
The food is just so much healthier. It's not sprayed. It's, you know what I mean? Like most of the meat that I eat isn't like from the shops.
Yeah, I get you.
Most of the meat that I eat is people's fucking chickens, cows, sheep, whatever the fuck.
Honestly, dude, I don't remember the last time like I even had like a regularly
dude,
like
all of my shits are huge.
You know what I mean?
Every shit crazy is massive.
That's crazy.
Like I can't like that 40 fucking centimeter one. I had to flush at least 5 times, and still after I had to get some tissue and push it down.
My favorite is just grabbing the fucking cleaner and just shoving it down there.
Nah,
The
because then
fucking
the cleaner gets fucking dirty. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
it's
but
on the
like I don't
cleaner.
care. I'm not a fucking I'm not like worrying about some person's fucking cleaner.
Well,
If it's
it's the cleaner I use, so obviously.
also I just flush again afterwards and have the cleaner in there and like fucking rinse it.
Oh yeah, I do that after what to clean the bowl, but dude, trust me,
I just honestly I just fucking I chuck it down there. I fucking use it to push it down.
and
And I
every
flush
time
again and I fucking
every time I eat, like it's never like it's filling, but it's never ever like sickening where I'm like, oh, my stomach, like I ate too much, like
yeah, you'll notice going back to processed food again, I reckon,
oh,
afterwards.
dude, it's gonna be shitty. I'm gonna I'm gonna
Yeah.
have diarrhea every day probably.
Yeah, for a while.
Until I
Like
get
I
used to it.
because I pretty con I did I like I was always I always wondered about talking about this to people and like how I shit because like people talk about diarrhea like it's a fucking like a I don't know an unregular occurrence. For me,
Yeah,
it's such a regular occurrence in my life because
it
of like
depends for me. It really
because
depends for me.
it depends on my like how I'm eating, but like
Right.
sometimes like for me because like I definitely have like a lactose intolerance. Like
Okay.
mine is anytime like if I have sauce and shit, like any sort of creamy sauce, like
Right.
garlic aioli. I'm a fiend for garlic aioli.
Right.
I can't though. Because
Yeah.
if I have it, like my
Yeah.
shits are fucking more like it's not diarrhea, it's not liquid, but
Yeah.
it's fucking like it's not
Runny.
chunks.
It's
It's
runny.
not
It's runny.
chunks.
It's runny.
It's not chunks. And it's like I really like I want chunks
This is
more
a great
often. 'Cause
conversation, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, this is what you come for, bro.
Yeah,
This is what people are
this
here
is what
for.
people come for, bro. They want to hear about my shits. But yeah, no, for me, it's just more so if I have too many liquids in the day, as in like a liquid diet, as in like I'm eating soups, fucking whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know what else is
Yeah.
but or if I the night before I fucking overdrank, then the next day I'm fucking oh
See, sometimes I guess it depends what I drink, but like sometimes it's like I think it still depends on the food I eat because sometimes yeah, it's just liquid. Sometimes it's like really hard though, and brittle. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like so, yeah. I don't
And it
know
also
what makes the
depends on
difference
diarrhea
between
because
that.
I've had diarrhea where it just like comes out easily, no problem. And then I've had the type where it's like explosive, but also like burns a little bit.
Dude, so the biggest problem for me is just how I'm also treating my ass in the days around the
Hey,
shits. You know
yo,
what I mean? Because
okay.
sometimes I just scratch it too much. Sometimes I
Oh,
scratch
right,
my
right,
ass too
right, right,
much.
right. And then you like,
And if
yeah.
I scratch my ass
Nah,
too
for me,
much,
it's the toilet
and then I
paper.
shit, or sometimes you just get a bit too like
Or the
grubby in there
toilet
because
paper
it's
here, the toilet paper here, bro. Not worth
well,
it.
not good.
No, I may as well use a fucking shirt, dude.
Honestly,
Or just use my
like
hands, bro. Just shovel with
dude,
my hands.
cloth would feel beautiful.
Do you know what I thought about? Like wet cloth.
Well, a lot of people use baby wipes, right?
Right. Which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it makes absolute
And
sense
there's
because,
those
like,
like
first of all, toilet
biodegradable
paper,
ones, like the ones I
toilet
break
paper.
down.
If you've had a dry shit and you're rubbing with toilet paper, sometimes it just gets
Yeah, it
one
just
layer of the
cuts
toilet
you
paper
up
just
and it
sticks.
sticks to your hairs,
Yeah,
and it's
and then
like,
you just got like lots of little bits of toilet paper down there. It's like I'm
nah,
not
it's not
fucking.
worth it, man. It's not.
Yeah,
So
I need a bidet, man. I need a bidet because today, right? I'll tell you, this is the last bit about shitting we'll talk about. But like my shit today was like it was just like I said, I'd been scratching my ass probably too much, and like the shit just kind of hurt a little bit, right? But I knew this was going to happen, so I took the shit before I went in the shower, and I went in the shower afterwards, and I just grabbed the nozzle and just fucking used it as that because it had to be done. It had to be done, and it was so refreshing. It was like honestly, it hurt a
dude,
little
I
bit at the
do that
start.
all the
It hurt a
time
little.
here now. Every
It hurt a
shower
little
I
bit,
have, I
but
put the fucking thing on blast, and I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh, dude, most of my time in the shower
I
is
get a
spent
little
doing that.
horny as well. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
Most of the time spent in the shower is me doing that. Like I'm not washing anything else. I'm just fucking, you know.
You know,
So
I wasn't gonna admit it, but I admit it here. I open up my butthole a little bit as well.
I spread. I spread.
Yeah, I spread them.
I
I spread it
spread.
out,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'm
so the water
squatting.
goes in, bro.
I'm
And I'm not
I'm,
gay, man. I'm
I'm,
not
I'm,
gay. I'm just cleaning my shit out, bro.
bro, we just need clean
Clean my
holes. That's
shit
all it
out,
is.
man.
That's all it is. Just in case. Because what if an opportunity arises
Right.
and
Yeah, what if a
you need
chick
to
wants to
clean?
lick my asshole? Like she's
Yeah.
not gonna
What
be
if?
satisfied if I still got toilet paper in there.
How embarrassing would it be if someone went to lick and you fucking I'd be fucking like, oh my God, I'd be so embarrassed. I'd have to leave.
I don't know if I'd be embarrassed because she's choosing to lick it. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
still would be
you know
embarrassed.
what you're getting yourself. Like when I lick butthole, like I know there's a chance that my tongue might go in too deep and meet a little brown.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
You don't
I get
know.
you.
Look,
I get you.
I'm gonna be completely honest here. I've been in a situation where I may have licked a little too far in, and I tasted something,
Yeah, no, I get you.
and it wasn't
I
a
do
whole
understand.
shit. It was just a little bit of leftover in the rim, bro. You know how like when the
Yeah,
ball is just going around the rim and just doesn't want to go in. It was like that, bro.
there's some spots that you just can't get to, and I understand. I
Yeah,
understand it. Anyway,
yeah.
we
I
digress.
think we're done with the shit conversation. I just want to congratulate
Speed.
the Denver Nuggets and my OG another man from the Vojvodina region, originally from Sombor, Nikola Jokic, for not only winning the ring but also becoming Finals MVP and proving to the whole world that us Serbians are the elite of the whites.
I really like the fact that he just fucking doesn't give a shit. Hey,
Oh no. He legitimately wanted to go race his horses. He's back in
yeah.
Serbia. He landed yesterday. It's gonna, bro. I wanted to go Sombor. Somebody's about 20, 30 minutes away from me, like car
I imagine it
drive.
would have been crazy, right?
Dude, I wanted to go so bad, but none of my friends are going, so I can't. I don't have a car. But dude, oh, man, what I would do, that whole city is on fire right now, bro.
Yeah, that would be sick. That would be sick.
Dude,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
incredible.
I loved all his interviews. His interviews just like, but also people were saying like once he retires, he's like
Hello? Shit frozen, bro. Damn.
the in the air.
Nah, you froze. I couldn't hear shit you said.
Yeah, no, I stopped anyway, so that's fine. But I was saying just like
When he
it's
retires.
like when he retires, he's gone. Like he's not coming back.
You do know he's bought half of that city.
What, like in Serbia?
Yeah, he's bought half of Sombor. Like he's bought half of like the shit in it, like infrastructure, companies, etc., etc. He's got horses that he races. In Serbia, he's got his own drink here, also which is a sponsorship. He's a sponsor. He's sponsored by Nike as well. So like, the thing about athletes and
He
stuff like that,
doesn't
people like look at the
he
money. They look at the money and they go, "Wow, they're paid so much by like the NBA, etc., etc." Bro, they're paid way more by their sponsors than anything else.
Oh yeah, God, yeah, way more.
And just
Yeah.
like you said, he doesn't give a shit, bro. Once he retires, that man's just chilling.
But he actually seems like someone who is a like I don't know how to put like because it's not just athletes, but athletes definitely fall into it because they get paid so much. I think when you get paid that much, it's very easy to fall into the world of like the whole businessy kind of aspect of
Yeah,
like more.
yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. Like
No.
he's he's the most similar person I can actually compare him to is Messi. Like Messi doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
yeah.
give much of a shit. Like
No.
yeah, he will take the money. Like he will like try and see where money is, but he'll make the decision of what he wants to do more on
Well, yeah,
him, his
he's
family,
racing
like
horses not because he wants
what
to
he
make more
enjoys.
money.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
doing it
because he
because
likes
he's
it.
loved doing it. Like his dad, pretty sure his dad was raising horses when he was younger as well. So it was kind of like this has been my life, my whole life. Like he was more like when they asked me in the interview, he's like, "Will you stay for the parade?" He was legitimately like debating it. He's like, "No, I kind of want to go home and like
Yeah,
what
he was
take care
saying
of my
like
horses."
he was like asking when is it? Like he was like, what day is it? And he goes, oh, fucking like
Yeah.
I want to go.
But he ended up staying, bro. That parade looked, wow. The coach was gone, bro. The coach was so
Yeah,
fucked.
because I was like, yeah,
Apparently,
he was.
Nikola Jokic was giving them rakia, and that's why a lot of them were so fucked.
Sounds
Told you, bro. That shit is
about right.
poison.
It's
That shit
crazy, it's
is
crazy. But it's like comparatively, like watching because that it's now like the end of the season for most things. Like Jack Grealish was going on a fucking tear.
Oh yeah,
Jack
did you see
Grealish was fucking everywhere.
they were carrying him home, like Walker and stuff were
Yeah,
carrying him out of a hotel in Ibiza, and apparently at the airport they needed a wheelchair for him.
yeah, he was like he had. I will say that one photo of him is iconic. It will be iconic forever now.
Oh
Have you
yeah,
seen the
yeah.
one on the bus where
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
like
yeah,
that.
that is a
Have you
dope
seen that
photo.
video where
That is a
he
dope
like
photo.
sees some baddie and he's like pointing to
Yeah,
her, he's like, and then he goes to her, he's like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, he's probably having the time of his
I'll do
life,
the
I
fucking
imagine.
same shit, bro.
A lot of people are like saying it's like it's nice to have like a footballer who's not just a robot, you know, like someone who's just like he doesn't care.
Whatever the fuck he
Like,
wants, yeah.
yeah, and like you want more of. The other side of it is like kind of like there are probably a lot of people that probably can't do that because Jack Grealish is very seen, like he's always been seen in that way. Like for an example, if
Yeah,
Sterling
there's
did
no
it,
change
like
of character for him. It's not like he was like not that and then he got rich and he became
well, also
he's always a wild boy, yeah.
If Sterling came out like out of a nightclub drunk like that, like the media would go
Or
crazy.
like Rashford, for example.
They
Like
wouldn't
Rashford's always
allow
had
that,
that
bro.
clean image, you know?
Yeah, they would just go. They would be racist essentially.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, like danger to the youth. He's a danger to the
Yeah.
youth.
To the
That kid.
UK youth.
He's supposed to be a role model. Fucking. Do you not know that when you fucking sign a contract, that as a black man you are a role model?
Role model straight away, bro.
It's role model.
The
Like
privilege,
in
bro.
bold letters, it says right above where you sign. It says you are now a role model.
Role model and act like one.
Definition:
But the whites,
there
there's
isn't one.
no such thing for the whites. In the contract, it says be as wild as you fucking can.
Yeah, live your life, spend your money, buy hookers, do
So,
drugs.
so the other night I was pretty drunk and I had like a lot of like questions that came up on my mind because I was watching some podcasts as well, and it just came like wasn't any questions that they asked. It was just like it kind of was involved in the topic. These might sound like crazy questions to some people, but I mean that's the whole point of this podcast is to like figure shit out, ask crazy questions. So the first question I have is, if you killed someone, how would you do it?
I'm not a very gory person. I don't handle gore very well at all. So I'd want it to be very smooth. So like anything that involved like I wouldn't, for an example, the thing I would hate the most is probably seeing someone burn. I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
No, that's wild.
Wouldn't be able to
hearing the screams.
Wouldn't be able to deal with that. Yeah. I kind of want it to be instant. I also wouldn't be able to deal with someone falling to. I was thinking about this recently. Someone falling to your death, like it's weird, right? When you're
but if you push someone off a building and then you turn around, you don't see anything.
No. But the idea for me, right, like because I was saying the other day, like falling to your death, like it's terrifying, obviously, when you're falling, but that instant death, like how does that feel? You know, like when you splat.
Depending on how high you fall off, it's not always instant.
I was thinking something pretty tall, right? Like in the 9/11 guys that jumped out of the building. Yeah, they're splatting. So like, but also, how would that feel? Like, how would that impact feel?
Yeah, well, think about like when you get injured or break something, you don't feel anything because of the adrenaline.
But it's so short that there's no adrenaline, right? Like,
no,
I understand you don't. You probably don't feel
just
anything.
like when you break something, it's quick, but you don't feel the pain until later on. So your body, your nerves and your body reacts super quick. And if you splat, there's no like, there's no.
I also imagine you maybe passed out even beforehand, right? Just from like fear or like oh my god, like you probably just like black out and just probably don't even. That's probably the most logical thing. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to deal with that because again, blood everywhere. I wouldn't be able to deal. I think honestly, like because of the way I am, it would have to just be a bullet through.
Right.
Like that, like through like up there. So apparently that's instant or some shit. Like
yeah. See, I thought about that as well, but I was like, I'm on some spice.
Maybe just my fucking hook.
Yeah, bro. I was just this fucking right leg to the head, dickhead.
Yeah, like because I
now beating someone to death seems kind of wild. Like seems kind of psychotic, like manic.
Yeah, definitely. I saying strangling. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm on some spice shit. I'd poison.
Okay, I fuck with that. Yeah, that could be done.
Because that's not gory, and if it's the right kind of poison, it like rather than them like having a seizure and vomiting of blood and shit, it's like just stops their heart.
Yeah, and it's like pretty like you don't even have to be in the room.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
you can peace out, and it's like it's none of your business anymore. Yeah, That's a pretty smart one. I'd say that's pretty smart.
You know what?
I say
story I heard. I can't remember if this was in Australia or Serbia. I'm pretty sure it was in Serbia. But a woman got caught because she slowly poisoned her husband over 10 years.
wow. Good
So
on her.
she was putting like this like metallic shit in his like drinks all the time, and it caused him like an illness. So it was like a slow burn.
Wow.
It was like a slow burn poison.
How did she get caught? I guess because it's like how
they found traces of whatever she kept feeding him inside his belly, because that shit remains in there, and that's what it was like almost like radioactive. It was like poisoning him slowly.
And also, like, I guess if someone's been doing that for like over a long period of time, it's like how many fellas does it's also like how many people does he know for 30 years?
Right.
Like it really narrows down the victims, right?
Yeah. And it's like, who always pours your drinks?
Yeah, it's like it definitely wasn't fucking some random fella that's like got a real bad bandana. Yeah.
She fucking loves me.
Yeah, so that's honestly a really poor execution on her behalf. But honestly,
then again, maybe it's because she probably thought if I do it slowly and he gets sick from it, then it won't look like I killed him. It will just look
and there also won't be any cause. She probably thought there just wouldn't be any.
But she didn't realize that shit stays in your stomach, and then they were able to figure it out.
Yeah, that's fucked.
So my next question is: this is an interesting one, right? If you could switch nationalities, which nationality would you switch to?
Nationality. Which nationality would I change to? Probably something South American.
Yeah.
And because I'm a Messi fanboy, it'd be Argentinian over Brazilian.
Yeah, right.
Like I reckon because like
that's your only reason. Not the country, not the people, not just Messi.
Nah. Yeah. No, I would want it to be South American just to be cool. Yeah,
because I do love the Latinas as well. So I can't.
Like, I think because like I wouldn't pick European. I wouldn't pick Asian.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't pick African.
Mm-hmm. Racist.
I'd pick 100%. Those are the ones I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I wouldn't pick North American because I don't like them either. South America just seems cool, you know. Like if someone says they're South American, in my head, I'm like, cool guy. Yeah, I've never nothing for some reason. Like my head just thinks cool guy. Yeah, that's just my first initial thought.
Yeah.
So it would have to be South America. Yeah. And once I get to South America, I'm not fast. Honestly, I would pick anywhere in South America. Probably not like the northern ones.
Like Mexico.
You know what I mean? No, well, Mexico's central. But
you mean north? Like, sorry. I thought you meant
like
north of South America.
No, yeah. No. I mean your Bolivia's. Yeah, Paraguay's not up there. What else is up there? Like even the north of Chile. Chile's a long one, so maybe South Chile, but not North Chile. I'd be cool with South Chile, definitely not North Chile. Like the north of Brazil, I would say no to. There's a bit of France that they just own, like French Guinea, I think is in like up there. Fuck that place. How crazy is it, by the way, that they just own a bit of fucking South America, and they're like so fucking crazy that it's like, yeah, I'm fucking still calling it French Guinea. Like it's fucking. I'm actually going to have a look now.
I'm honestly in between. I'm honestly in between two.
I know yours. Yours is English because you want to be like us.
Well, that's not true. So,
well, that's what you told me off camera. You were like, "Oh,
no." Bro, well, I'm trying to get a residency, but that's not the nationality. What I'm saying is, if you could be born as this nationality, like if you could just, you're born in a different family. Mine would either be Italian.
Yeah.
Because they're very emotional, just like us, and I kind of fucking vibe with that. And they've got just like all this great art and all this kind of stuff. Or Saudi.
Yeah, rich.
They're just born like a prince, you know what I mean? And then just like drive Lambos and shit, you know?
I was going to say, because Saudi are winning at the moment, bro. Saudi's money is coming through clutch at the moment. Hey, they're just buying everything.
Did
you see Speed met Ronaldo?
Oh, dude, I actually wanted to talk about that, but I see Ronaldo just kind of didn't like. He just kind of had enough. He didn't like that interaction. He like even
Well,
with
it
like
was.
teams like he's like relax, relax.
It's also just like not Ronaldo's vibe. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
that
very. It's also very hard for like someone of Ronaldo. Like as much as like Speed is very much loved by a lot of people, he
yeah
has based a lot of his like growth and population
on
around
Ronaldo's fans.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and like and Ronaldo in general. And like if you put yourself in Ronaldo's shoes, like you're probably looking at him like cute, funny, like I get it, but like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like what are you
It's
doing?
just a
Like what are
bit
you
too
doing?
much. It's also a bit too
Because like,
much.
imagine someone did it to you, no, like
Yeah,
genuinely. Just imagine someone like did it around you, like
yeah.
made their
You'd
whole
want him to
personality
be
about you.
relaxed.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So it's like,
prefer,
and you
yeah,
understand
I
it's a show,
prefer like
but
obviously I appreciate all interactions, but I definitely prefer someone being like, yo, like respect, man. Like I love your shit. Like da da da. Rather than because like it's draining. I'm guessing
mm,
like Speed isn't the only one that reacts to like Ronaldo and Messi like that. Like that video of like Messi in the car when that like I think the French kids are like saying something like banging on his car. It's like Messi, remember Messi, 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 and you're just
mm,
like looking away. Like it's awkward.
mm.
It's
Yeah,
too.
it's like it also like I understand with their relationship, right? It's got to be. I see Ronaldo probably appreciates a certain level because like Speed has helped him in a
Yeah.
way. Like he is a huge influencer who does bring more
Well,
eyes
yeah,
to
because now
Ronaldo
all the
than
kids are like saying "fuck Messi, Ronaldo," and sweet.
yeah,
Like everyone says, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and he's a big proportion of that. But there
yeah.
is still definitely that that like, hey, bro, like fucking don't be obsessed with me. It's like,
Well, it's
like
honestly like it's a correlation to like how men and women treat others in terms of relationships. Like you never want a girl that's like off like straight away like obsessed with you and like oh my god like you're everything I want everything from you. You want like not a challenge but you want like some sort of like partnership metric kind of like vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't want
you
someone
want
that
respect. You want respect as well. Like
well
it's like
you almost want them to respect themselves.
yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like if you don't want like well, it takes a special type. It takes a psychopath to not want respect from someone and like to be one just for admiration. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
and
Well, someone to be
that
like
relationship
screaming in your like that's what I'm
that
saying. Like
relationship doesn't work.
like you never want like a girl that from the offset she's like, oh my god, like please, like I love you, like da 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 da. You want someone that you like gradually build like some sort of love and relationship with.
Yeah, 100%. That's why you can clearly see like celebrities have issues like trying to find other relationships.
Right, because usually the non-celebs, that's why they usually date other celebs, because another celeb will understand it and there'll be some sort of mutual respect where it's like,
Mm.
all right, we're both like getting admiration from other people. Like let's take this slowly, you know what I mean? Like this isn't like,
Mm.
oh my God. Like, yeah, imagine like you're an actor, right? And you're dating some sort of super fan and they're like, oh my God, I love you in this movie and in this movie, oh my God, in this movie. And it's like, all right, like the acting isn't all that I do, and it
Yeah,
also it's acting. That's not who I
parasocial
actually am.
relationships. Parasocial relationships are really
Yeah,
weird.
weird.
Like really
But
weird. Like
only a psycho likes that kind of shit. Only someone that's obsessed with themselves will be like okay with
or
it.
just someone who does genuinely lack like proper like meaning. So like you can definitely see there are certain guys that like grow up in like the internet space who haven't grown up like with certain relationships like in their lives. So and they don't understand the realness of like
Yeah,
a relationship in that case. So like when they get some certain sort of like if they've never had that kind of relationship and then they're getting attention from like girls online because of like videos they do or any sort of creation they do. Like, yeah, they're gonna he's like when like that as well. And
yeah,
like that happens, I think now with like YouTube and now with how like internet fame and internet like just popularity clout, I guess that happens
yeah.
way more often than you think. Like, it's,
Yeah.
did you fucking see? Speaking of that, did you see fucking that dude that did a face reveal, Dream?
Yeah.
He deleted his fucking thing. He deleted his face reveal like no one has it, and he was walking around Walmart with a fucking mask on.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, no one at Walmart knows who you are.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, the world's going crazy, man. I was just looking through like online today. I woke up, I seen that. I saw Joe Rogan and some fucking scientists having beef. I saw Joe Rogan's fucking in with some politician and wants to debate a like professor on the show, but the professor, like, there's this whole Twitter beef between them two. And like, it's fucking like, I was like, what the fuck's going on? I
Yeah,
don't know
the
what's going
internet
on
is
with the world
wild. It's a
anymore, bro.
wild place, man.
Trump's coming back because like Trump's get like election times coming back in a couple of years, so
Yeah.
he's slowly trying to make his way
But
back.
they try to
Like,
indict him again on some like charges and shit.
yeah, like so crazy.
Oh,
And like,
dude, if they don't rig the election again, he's gonna win 100%. There is no chance he's losing this time, especially after everything happened with Biden. There is zero chance that.
I don't know if he will. I don't know if he will.
I think he will. I think a lot of people have had enough, and even the people that secretly voted for Trump and didn't say anything at the time have all become way more outspoken about either wanting him back or just getting the fucking Democrats out of here.
I like sound like, yeah, like they're over here.
They're
So you're
be honest. Let's not be ridiculous.
Bro.
Let's not be ridiculous.
You're such a conservative. You're
that-
fucking such a you're a neo-Nazi.
I want churches, no abortions, and get them bloody gays out of here.
Bro, you're fucking some neo-Nazi. You are.
No,
you've.
Why did you think I shaved my head like this, cunt? It's all for a reason, cunt. Hail Trump, bro. Hail Trump.
Bro, I need to dye my hair purple, and like we can just argue.
Yeah,
that needs to be our thing. That needs to be our thing.
Hey, I've got another question. Huh?
Yeah, go for it.
Is there anything you're taking to the grave, and if not, what would it be?
Is there anything I'm taking to the grave?
Like any scenario?
I think definitely there's probably like memories that happen. Like there's things that I think I'm trying to think of. Like you ever like just have one of those awkward memories of your past, like when like, you're like you did something and you're like, oh fucking ugh.
Yeah,
like,
there is definitely one, but I think I've told a few people, so I don't think that counts as taking it to the grave. I feel like taking it to the grave means I haven't told anyone. And I'm pretty sure I've told most of my deepest, darkest secrets to everyone.
I think if there's like much, there were definitely a couple, I would say.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's just say, if not, what would it be?
Mine would all be stupid shit. Mine would all be like literal just shit I'm embarrassed of that I did when I was like 16. Right. And like that,
I thought of a crazy one, right? I thought of a crazy one. Just because I've been here in Serbia and I've been seeing shit, like if I fuck like a cousin or something.
Yeah, you probably want to take that to the grave.
Take that to the grave for sure. That's like a family like killer. That's a family dismemberment.
Also, especially for what you want to achieve, like in terms of like you as a person, I know you're not really too afraid of being like cancelled and like
exposed and shit like that. I've already exposed myself in so many ways.
But if someone did say, hey, this guy just like fucked his cousin,
yeah.
That would affect you more than anything, you know.
Well, yeah, because that's not just affecting me then.
No, but it's also just, it's not even cancelable. It's just like, I don't really want to, I don't really want to see someone who like fucks their cousin.
It's kind of taboo. Yeah. It's like fucking underage girls. You know what I mean? But I'm not even going to say that. That's something that I wouldn't fucking do. But let's be honest, like maybe, you know, in Serbia, it's kind of hard to tell who's your cousin and who's not. So what I'm trying to say is, if I did end up fucking like a cousin or some shit, I'd take that to the grave. And
that is definitely something.
Not even just for my sake. It would be more like it would just genuinely, like, for my sake, not because of what society would think. It would be more like, oh shit, like, what would my family think? Like, what would our family think?
Yeah, I get you. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely legitimate.
That's the only thing I can come across. Or like killing someone, you know, like definitely take that to the grave.
See, that one depends, right? Like, because like
reason.
It depends how it's done.
Yeah.
Because if I hit someone, I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
if I hit
manslaughter.
someone,
No. I'm not talking about manslaughter. I'm talking about murder. Because manslaughter and murder is different. Manslaughter is accidental. Murder is purposeful. Like
yeah. No, I agree with you.
Yeah. I've got more questions.
Go for it.
So if you were a furry, what animal would you be? Like if you had to wear the furry costume and shit, what animal would you be?
First thing that popped to my brain was tiger. So I would say tiger.
I'd be a wolf for sure. I'll be a wolf.
Yeah,
king.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think tiger just because like I think they're kind of cute, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I like the stripe. I'd be colorful, you know. I'd be
right.
I'd say tiger's pretty.
I'd be a wolf because it's kind of almost like the most normal out of everything. Because people have always fantasized about being werewolves, anyways. So it's almost like it's probably the most normal one in the whole community.
So you think in the furry community, the wolves are probably
I'd say wolves and foxes are the most common.
Do you think they're looked down upon in the furry community like they're normies?
No, they're just normalized. No, I don't think they look down. I think I look down on all of them, but
no, I'm saying like in the furry community. So you got
there's probably segregation
furries
within the community as well.
Yeah, you got 50 furries. Like,
and
you
depends
got, like,
on what kind of like. You got the
turtle. You got the turtle. You got the squid. You got the fucking the llama in the corner going like fucking. Look at that.
But do you think like
normie?
Do you think like because you know how you see those furries in the full costume, which they look like a mascot, but then you see the other furries which like put like a butt plug in their ass as a tail and like just have the ears, but they're the ones that walk on like their hands. So like I reckon there's prejudice there. You know what I mean? Like how come like you can stand on 2 feet? That's not a real animal. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen the only wolf I've seen fucking stand up on 2 feet is the one in Fantastic Mr. Fox, and that's a cartoon.
I saw something the other day where like there was a college or a school that that like advertised like free petting of dogs.
Yeah.
And like when you went, like some people went because they were like, oh, like, you know, stress of uni, like, you know, take a break, go pet some dogs while you're at uni. Mm-hmm. And apparently it turned out that they were furries and like they were people like with
Look, when I ain't saying anything, but
wait, what would you if you rocked up?
I'm gonna say the times and
the
way people are.
Would you pet him? Would you pet him?
I'll pet him with my knee.
I'll give him 1 or 2. I'll give him 1 or 2 pats.
I think those people don't deserve to be petted. Just my opinion.
I'd give them 1 or 2 pats.
I think they were petted for most of their lives and coddled and given no reason to fucking be disciplined or like have some sort of like it's like, do you know what the biggest dumbest excuse to me is? It's like we've lived it. We have neuroses. We have problems with our heads. We have issues, and it's like, motherfucker, I've had issues since I was born. I have OCD, ADHD. I have all the fucking letters, cunt. I have them all. Like, and I've had fucking all this other bullshit. Like, so what? Can't deal with it. Like, fucking get over it. Like, when I say get over it, like, don't just be like, oh, it doesn't exist. I mean, like, do something about it, bro. No one fucking helped me. I read books and then I started going to a psych. I started dealing with my own shit, bro. You don't deal with shit by becoming a fucking animal or escaping it and creating this new idea. When people say that you should make a new identity for yourself, that doesn't mean you become something that's not fucking real.
Bro, you're hurting my feelings right now.
I know, bro, but you're a fucking furry bitch, bro. You're a furry bitch, bro.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say? Do you know what the reason? Do you know what the reason my people are the greatest sportsmen in the world?
Because you're not furries.
Adversity.
It's a fair point.
What creates greatness? Adversity.
Yeah, no, I'm behind that.
What the fact that we were bombed, the fact that we continue to in wars, the fact that our country keeps getting sold to other countries, all this fucking.
I'd argue though, deservedly.
Yeah. So.
I think
Cosy, as
I
they
think
say in Italy.
I,
As they
I'd,
say for
I'd
my
say
new
there's
origin play, or my new origin story. Bro,
your
no,
new
do you
place
know
of
what they say
origin.
now? Have you seen the new memes? How they'll be like, oh, like they'll say an event that's like fucked up or some shit. It's like, I can't remember what was the most recent one that I seen. It was like, it's just like these new memes that will be like, when your brother is about, when you hear your brother is going out with a Hello Kitty girl, and it's like, but you don't do anything about it because it's a canon event. Have you seen those memes recently?
No.
So what canon means basically is like, so for example, you know how there's manga or like comics, and then when they make a show or something, if they follow the comic to the exact point, or the manga to the exact point, then everything is canon. Anything that's invented that's not from the original script or the comic or whatever, that's not canon. You know what I mean? So now people are making jokes. It's like, oh, like, it's like there was one as well that I've seen. I'm pretty sure on Tony's thing. It's like it was like when you're an ethnic kid bringing in your smelly lunch to primary school, and it's like, but you just got to deal with it because it's a canon event. Like it's basically saying it's like, it's by the story, like it's supposed to happen.
That's
supposed to go through that adversity in order to like grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
So
I get
us getting fucking bombed and all these wars and all this fuck shit happening, it was a canon event, bro. It was meant to happen.
I get it. I do understand. Yeah, and you've got to go through that adversity as a Serbian.
Bro, I've had fucking so many canon events, bro. I can't believe I made through them, bro.
And I guess
I'm like Batman. I'm legitimately like Batman, except my parents didn't die. Like,
I guess forgetting my toothbrush is a canon event.
Basically, like,
as an
it was
Englishman,
meant to happen. You were supposed to go through that depression and remind yourself that you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I was
just not brushing your teeth.
Yeah, I was supposed to get drunk here so often that I hate myself, just to remind myself that I don't never want to come back here. That's a canon event, bro. It's a canon event.
I don't know how many of them there are in the English world.
Canon events.
Yeah.
The Queen dying.
I mean, yeah, that was supposed to happen, but like,
canon event, bro. You guys were supposed to feel that tragedy of losing that great lady.
She was pretty fucking great, hey. Now we got a pedophile in charge.
Pretty litty boy.
How crazy is it? We just got pedophile, like fucking.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys have had Nazis in as well. I mean, the royal family is connected to all that kind of shit, so it's cool.
Yeah, but that was cool. Like, that's actually cool.
So another canon event I want to speak on is there's this wild photo that's emerged of Nikola Jokic when he was like 5 years old. And he's wearing a Denver's Nuggets jumper. Mind you,
I'm searching it now.
Mind you, that like when he was 5, that was like 20 or something years ago. The Denver Nuggets didn't really have like some crazy team or anything that for him to even have a reason to support them. And most people in Serbia weren't even that much into the NBA, really.
Yeah, I'm seeing the photo now.
So it's like
he looks kind of small. Looks like a kind of kid that fucking like could get bombed.
Well, that wasn't then. That was a lot. That was a lot later. But isn't that kind of wild? Like, don't you think that's kind of like the universe, like being like, haha, you know what I mean? Like, out of all the shit that he could have won, like, he could have worn a Bulls jumper. He could have worn a fucking Lakers one, because that's the teams that were dominating at the time. Why a Denver's Nuggets jumper? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting because like he has done some. Like, I wonder what he's like in Denver.
God, bro, he's won them their only chip.
Yeah,
single-handedly.
With by a team, by the way, that is, I don't think that great. Like, Jamal Murray is good, like, but it's not. It's like,
dude, he's a playmaker.
Cornelius Caldwell Pope is.
You know what? You know what it is? It's not like he's one of those great players that like just barely drag this team through. No, he elevated all of their abilities. He made that team great. Like, he's a playmaker that like raised the bar for all of them. You know what I mean? It can't, like that Jordan, like the Michael Jordan kind of feeling of like your expectation level is bringing everyone else around you higher. But unlike Jordan, Jordan sort of plays for the team, but like not like Jokic. Like Jokic looks like they
also
out in the fucking park.
Jordan also did have the team.
Yeah, he did. He
had the team of all teams.
He had the second best player in the league with him. So and Rodman was the defense, like probably
the best, one of the best
player. Yeah. So like, pretty crazy.
Yeah, and also what's his name? What was the Eastern European Donny?
The Croatian one.
What was his name?
Tony Kukoc.
Kuko. Yeah, Kuko. He has a AJ Tracy song. Yeah. So he must be pretty fucking good. He must be fucking good. Yeah, wasn't he like really shit when they first started? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
he wasn't the great. He wasn't the greatest,
but he was actually like decent still. Yeah, but yeah. So like, and he's like, I'm trying to find now I found the photo. The photo's cute. Him and his like brother, I assume it is.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
But I'm just trying to find the box score and just trying to find these the dudes that are in this team. Like fucking prime example, Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Fucking like I understand he's definitely like someone who can bang, but he shouldn't be like I don't feel like he would ever be like a third or fourth man on a championship winning team.
Yeah, exactly.
Like never. Aaron Gordon, no chance.
Yeah, but he's doing really well. Like he was defending.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. But that's what I mean. He's
raised the bar for all of them.
He hasn't. Yeah, he knows. I
don't know if you've watched the latest Jimmy video, but basically Jimmy explains how like the way he plays, he sees things and he knows where these players. And he's talking about how like in most teams when there's like a superstar doing ISO, everyone else around them is just like frozen because they're like, all right, he's just going to score, right? With Jokic, his players are constantly moving because they know he's going to go for the most obvious thing. He's either going to pass or he's going to shoot. Like he's legitimately like raised the bar for this team. That's why this team is so good. And honestly, I also saw something fucking hilarious on Grandy. If anyone knows Grand Wizard on Instagram, great page to follow. So this person that transitioned to being from a woman to a man was legitimately like crying on camera, explaining like how difficult it is. Like he finally understands how difficult it is actually to be a man.
I told you about this last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was talking about the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. The same video, not from Granny.
The guy with the beard.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, like I only just seen it now. That shit is fucking hilarious. And what's even funny is the comments and shit. Like the comments.
Yeah.
I need to read something.
Yeah, it's because it's the irony is unbelievable. The irony is fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Because it's like, like just a part of it. Because I don't know if we dwelled so much into it last time, but he was basically explaining like before when he was trans and stuff, like before he fully converted, like he had a community, people were like there for him and shit. And it's like, there's no such thing now. Like he just like feels so lonely and he's like, everyone looks at you like a villain. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit, dude.
But see, I just think he took it far there though, because I never feel like I'm the villain.
Yeah, I can.
Like if you read social media,
like as a man, you're definitely vilified nowadays.
No, but that's only
as a cisgender white man. As a cisgender white man, motherfucker.
But that's only if you find yourself in certain areas of the internet. Like in my opinion, like if you're just going outside, I think generally like people don't. Really give a fuck. Like but that people make that part of their personality as well. Like if you are genuinely like a dude that complains about that, I just generally think you should get off the internet and go outside and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like, I've never, because me as a white guy no one's ever come up to my face and told me and treated me like
for sure. Yeah, it's just the internet. But it's still fucking hilarious. It's still fucking. Listen to one of the comments.
But before you do go on to that, right? That also shows his issue is that he was living a fucking internet life beforehand, where he felt he was pushed down and fucking. He gets fucking pushed. He's I'm not this type of person that I want to be. I'm now part of a community, But then like he went part of that community too far, and now he's in a different community, and he's like, oh, now I'm being like victimized again. It's like he is the problem. He is the fucking what's it called?
Yeah, it's
the
his
common
own,
denominator.
it's his own emotions and how he deals with them. But because he was saying about like how like people were hugging him, and he's like he feels so lonely, like no one even bothers to like hug him. And then one of the comments is, a hug, man, wait till you get off work in 12 hours in Timberlands with no socks on, and your girl start bitching when you turn on 2K. One of the comments definitely probably hurt you as well. How the fuck did they grow a better beard than I can? He's got like a full fucking beard. Just wait till buddy come home from 10-hour shift, suffer through traffic, and his girl ask, would you still love me if I was a worm? Bro, I love this world so much. Oh man. But I don't know what dude, you know, I was thinking about, like, imagine if they like fully censored comedy. Like, I don't know what would happen to this world if they really actually censored comedy.
Well, it's at the end of the day, it's still not possible. Like, there's always going to be places where things like where things happen. Like, right, like Twitter now is that kind of that place. Like, I know, like Twitter's kind of a cesspool, but like there are always going to be people that like create a new space that are gonna. It's always gonna like, and people.
Well, just like Twitch, because Twitch is like becoming restrictive. So now so many people are like what's his name? XQC.
XQC, yeah.
Yeah, he got paid 100 million to transfer to Kick.
Also, do you know he's not even exclusive?
Oh, really?
Like, you don't. Yeah, he does. He can still stream wherever the fuck he wants.
That's like that's what you're supposed to do. Like, what the fuck?
But obviously he's going to stream on Kick.
Yeah, he's probably going to put more content on Kick than anywhere else.
But I assume he'll just use Twitch to say to people like, "Hey, I'm ending the stream on Twitch in 20 minutes. Fucking come see me on Kick."
On Kick,
yeah. Like, but like
promotion.
Yeah, Twitch. Because did you see what Twitch? Did you see what Twitch did?
No.
Twitch came out and said, "All right, well, we obviously they were like, we hear you, we hear the community." And they decided to, because they do a 50-50 revenue split, whereas Kick is 95-5 towards the creator. So every subscription, you get 95% of the actual money. Twitch is 50-50, and they've made it strict 50-50 for ages. But now they've got a step in the right direction. They have now made it 70-30 if you can keep over 350 subs a month. If you have and that doesn't include gifted subs, they have to be individual people. So if you have 350 individual people subscribe to you every month on a concurrent basis, you'll get a 70-30 split.
I wonder how greedy you have to be to fuck up your own business.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I don't know what. Like,
I can understand fucking up your own business for your own moral sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can understand like you changing your business perspective based on the change of your morals, but greed, like shit like that, like, dude, like you're legitimately crushing your own company by like basically like sucking the blood out of it. You know what I mean? Like, you're just trying to suck the blood out of it. You're trying to squeeze out every little penny, and by doing that, you're pushing away all of your creators, which were creating this money for you. So it's kind of like it's almost illogical. Like, it makes me wonder, like, who is the head of like
who's making decisions,
business and all of this shit? Like, how are they not like?
How are they not worried? Like, even a small, because I know they've obviously got a huge market share. Like, they are very, very dominant.
Yeah.
But like, how are they not looking around and seeing like? I mean, the biggest streamer, XQC, is gone. He's the biggest streamer on Twitch. He's gone. And I know it happened before, like with Ninja going to Mixer. I can see why back then they weren't too scared, because like with him, it was kind of just like.
Is Tate on Kick?
No, he's on Rumble. But like, they don't care about that because they banned him. They banned him. They banned Aiden. So I don't think they care too much. And I know they have, like, the problem is they have so much control over like the standard streamer. So someone who wants to start from the bottom, they go, where do I stream? I stream on Twitch. Like, as soon as that isn't the case, and that will become the case, I feel like, if they continue going down this route, like especially
Kick and Rumble equal out the amount of viewership, like the
also just
exposure and viewership.
Yeah, if you just do the math, like simply, like it's easier to make a living if you want to make a living doing it
Right.
on Kick because you get a 95 split.
Well, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
why
Like
would I?
100.
It makes
even if you're a streamer that gets like a daily 100 views, you're better off being on
way
Kick.
better off Kick.
Yeah.
Way better off on Kick. So why would, and like once it becomes the norm to go, oh, I don't go to Twitch, I go to Kick. I at this rate it will just be over for Twitch. So the difference is that Kick is sponsored by Stake. So that's why they've got so much money to sponsor. I mean, XQC. That's why they've given XQC so much money. And this is the difference between Mixer and Kick. Is like Mixer, like they didn't really have a plan. It was Facebook that was funding it, but they didn't really have a plan for it going forward past like giving this money to Ninja and whoever they gave it to, Shroud, I think it was. But like Kick, like you can see, I think with the amount of money that Stake will have, huge. But the only like downside of it is the fact that like obviously Twitch took off all the gambling streams. So like all of like the guys that just used to sit on Stake and just gamble constantly.
What they do. Like,
yeah, exactly. So like that is why like, but that's also probably the bad
Stake,
part of Kick is like realistically, if you look at like the nitty-gritty of it, like that is just fueling addiction. Right, like you sponsoring every stream by like, because all the people that stream on stake.com, it's just like house money. They're not losing any money. Right. They're betting house money
Drake.
So you're just fueling addiction towards people.
Like they've got the two. I'd say at the moment, like Adesanya is probably I'd say he's up there probably as one of the most influential known athletes in the world right now.
One of the most influential, definitely. Like one of the most influential for sure.
And you know why he's also very influential? And I'm just going to say it out here and people won't believe me. And if they don't, I don't give a shit. He's tapping in to anime. People don't even understand.
He's in that world. I know what you mean.
How big that world is.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like he seems,
and it's only becoming bigger because
that kind of person, he seems like more reachable.
Love of it.
Yeah, he just seems reachable. Whereas like most people, like most athletes like that, like they would kind of shine away from it because it would seem off-brand,
childish.
You know, whereas he is like very himself in that world. Right. Do you know what's really interesting? I watch because I'm a big fan of do you know who More Plates More Dates is?
Yes.
Yeah, like incredibly intelligent dude, right? But and like he's actually one of the few influencers who I kind of trust in a weird way. But like because genuinely, I think most of the things he does is quite like he will make a business decision based off his like morals and what he actually wants to do rather than like not just what he can do to make money. But he actually one of his most recent videos is about Prime and about how like bullshit it is because like they like the way they brand it is like I recommend the video is amazing, but like it's essentially the way they brand it is like an athlete's drink when realistically it's just a fruity drink that like the reason
when I tasted it first time it was too sugary for me.
But the problem is though is they don't get that they get their salt from sodium. No, they get their like from potassium, not sodium. That's the reason why it's allowed to be so sweet tasting and not have any sugar in it because it doesn't have any sugar in it. But so it's really that's why it's got like no calories and it's like really fucking low. But it's got like all these electrolytes in it that's supposed to rehydrate you, but it's not the good type of electrolytes that actual athletes would use. So it's really, really strange because like they sponsor Arsenal, they sponsor the UFC, they sponsor Adesanya and Volkanovski now. And it's like none of those dons are ever going to drink it. Like no athlete in their right mind will be drinking Prime because it's not good for them. Like it's not going to.
You know how in the NFL, they'll make it look like they're drinking Gatorade, but it's actually water inside the Gatorade for most of the.
Oh yeah, it'll be liquid IVs. Like it'll be like the
just
sachets of things. Yeah. Well, like Gatorade honestly isn't that bad. Like Gatorade at least does have the proper like fucking electrolytes in there. Like it does have sodium in there. Like, but it's not. The problem is it has a shit ton of sugar. Like to make it taste good. Like, and that's not what you want. Whereas like that's why like those actual like proper like liquid IV drinks that actually help you and replenish your electrolytes taste like shit. Salty, it's salty water. It's fucking like shit. Like it's not good. Like it doesn't taste nice. But you have to take it if you are like a high level athlete because you need to replenish the salt that you're losing from your sweat. So like it's no shit taste. It's literally not possible to make a nice tasting drink without a shit ton of sugar and preservatives. Nothing that also has the sodium in it.
Genuinely healthy is gonna taste like perfect. Like it can be drinkable and enjoyable, but it's not gonna ever taste like wow. Oh my god, I can drink this forever. You know?
Yeah, no, and like without it having shit. And
Yeah.
yeah, but like, yeah, no, I was more
Well, yeah,
respect
some
to more personal dates.
preservatives or sweeteners or anything like
Yeah,
that. Like people are like, oh
yeah,
my
which
God,
is,
like sweeteners are fine, sugar, like they're way better than sugar, but
but
realistically, sweeteners aren't good for you.
which is, yeah, it's mainly the point that he goes into is saying like it's a really strange like world they're living in, because like realistically they probably should just be advertising this to kids, like realistic, because that's what works for them, like that's who's buying it, that's who's like, but like it's weird that they, and it works for them the way they do it is because they're going, look at these athletes, if you want to be a pro athlete, drink our drink, but these pro athletes aren't drinking their drink. Like, you know, like it's like they
If
never will, because it's not the right
if
thing.
you could have a consumable product, as in a food or a drink or anything like that, what route would you take?
As in like, what do you mean, like in terms of what product or
If
what
you
like?
had a brand right now that was already well known, right? And then you created some sort of like either drink or food, anything, what would you do? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
some rappers have like snacks, people
I
have
think it.
drinks,
I
alcoholic
struggle.
drinks.
Yeah, I struggle to think of like, because I don't really like drinks. I don't drink many like drinks. Like the biggest thing I drink is water with like you know. So my thing probably would be like a pre-workout, like because that makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that would be like the most like sensible thing for me. But if it wasn't that, I'd say probably alcohol, because I mean that again, it's like behind water and pre-workout, it's probably like alcohol the thing I drink the most.
Right,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
that would probably be what it would
It'd be
be,
like
and
a
then it would be
rum
like some sort of
essentially.
rum, because
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
would
yeah.
be some sort of rum. Like it would be like a, yeah, it'd be a sweet rum, like because that's
Yeah,
the
I'd
fucking
either
thing I'm a
go.
fiend for.
My product would either be rum or some marijuana product.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, a drink, smoke.
Yeah, because like it just seems like, especially with like the whole like alcohol is forever. You know what I mean? Like there's no way like again like that's the shit that sells.
Cancel alcohol, bro.
And I would obviously make something that I myself would enjoy. Like it wouldn't be, I don't want to make like some sort of like drink or anything that I wouldn't really
Wouldn't
drink.
actually drink. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
yeah.
And then like marijuana products, like it probably makes some sort of like edibles or my own strain or some shit, like something that I could enjoy as well. Do you know what I mean? So other than that, I'm trying to think. I thought about chocolate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just
That's
because I
fair.
love chocolate.
Yeah, I'm a fucking chocolate fiend. Yeah, chocolate's like my number
Oh, you
one.
know
Like,
what? You know what? That rice chocolate.
oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not that well known, other than like mostly in Serbia and some like other European places. They don't really have
And
that.
spud shed.
Yeah, in spice shit. But that seems like the go, like because it's like it's a little different, but it's on brand with me because it's the shit that I like the most.
Yeah, and you could do something with that. You could make it like thicker, like
Right.
chocolate, like and like an actual like bar that you could actually
Yeah,
do, and you
yeah,
can make
that's
it
what I'm
different to
saying.
like the way they have it. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I get you. No, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I was gonna say back on the Twitch shit, right? Like, did you see the fact that like that's literally like the 12th biggest sports contract like ever?
Really?
Yeah, XQC's contract is, if you put it in a sports contracted world, it's the 12th biggest ever.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how big that world is. No, and that's how much money he's worth to them, which is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's real crazy, real crazy. Which
It's
is, I
funny
mean, fair
because
play to him.
I've watched some of his videos, and like he's just one of those people that I just like, I don't think his content is bad. There's just something that makes me like ick.
I don't know how people sit down and watch him. I don't know
He
how people sit
makes
down and
me
watch him personally.
ick.
Yeah,
And
fair
look,
enough.
I got
Yeah.
nothing personal against the guy. It just, there's something about him that I just can't, just like fucking Jacksepticeye.
Okay, yeah. So he's in that world with you. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think their content is bad. I personally can't sit down and listen to them. And
Yeah.
honestly,
I put them two in different worlds. I put them
genuinely
two in
could
different
be
worlds.
their voice and their attitudes.
Yeah, no, I get you. I separate them two definitely, because I'm with you with Jacksepticeye. I could never sit down and watch Jacksepticeye because just like the up and like, you know, the uppity.
Right.
And
It feels too manic.
yeah, I get you.
Even Speed is manic. Even Speed is manic, but there's just something like enjoyable about, like, how can I explain this? Speed doesn't feel. How can I explain this? Speed is manic in an emotional way, which I can
Yeah, I
relate
get
to. XQC seems manic in like a psycho way.
I get, yeah.
Like I wouldn't
I see what you mean.
I would not turn the light off in a room alone with him. Because I think I would come out with like stab wounds in my neck.
Well, you would now that you said this.
Well, yeah, but and maybe I'm wrong about the guy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just genuinely couldn't. I'm trying to think of other people.
I can see why people love him.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, like that's
what I'm saying. I don't think his content is bad at all. I actually think he genuinely deserves what he's getting. I personally couldn't. I just couldn't.
Yeah, no, I get you. Like it's I feel what you mean because like there are certain I've seen clips of him where
just like Ben Shapiro. I think Ben Shapiro is very intelligent. I think he has some great points. I think he makes some great content. There's just something about him that I have this feeling about some people that I get that, like I said, I would not turn the light off in a look.
Ben Shapiro is the perfect example of just someone you don't really want to talk to.
Right.
Like you don't like get cool, like you it's just like because like Ben Shapiro is the perfect person, like, right? Where it's just like person like I don't want to talk to any fan of Ben Shapiro because you're not my type of person. Like
right.
I'm not saying Ben Shapiro. That doesn't mean though that I think that Ben Shapiro is a bad person or an inherently
like I said, I think
dumb person. I think he makes I think personally he makes very basic points, but like but also like he's quite articulate with the way he says things. Like, I think generally, but people will moan at him because he just speaks fast, which is very true. But like that's not a detriment to a human being. You could say the
same thing about Jordan Peterson. You could say
Jordan Peterson doesn't speak fast, but like I think Jordan Peterson is more eloquent
in terms of like making simple observations, but in an articulate way where it kind of like hits your brain.
Yeah. Jordan Peterson's much better than him at that as well, to be fair. But at the same, and like I think Jordan, and I also think Ben Shapiro has a lot more worse takes than Jordan Peterson, personally. For sure. But again, that doesn't mean just. I'm with you on that case. Like I could sit down and talk to Jordan Peterson. I'd hurt my head sitting down talking to Ben Shapiro.
I could lay on his lap. I could lay on his lap and listen to him.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean. I feel safe. I could turn the lights off and put 3 knives in his hands.
Do you know that's something I saw the other day as well that really like just pissed me off, right? Because I saw this like tweet where some guy was just like, "Who is someone who I can't remember what the exact term was, but it was like I think it was a dumb person's idea of an intelligent person."
Oh right.
People put Jordan Peterson in that, and I was just like, I understand people's viewpoints when you're like. You don't agree with the whole ideology of someone else, right? But to claim someone isn't intelligent just because they disagree.
Well, see, it's
bizarre to me.
I avoid the majority. I always avoid the majority vote because the majority vote in most cases is just a fucking it's a herd of sheep. It's normally just like all of this stuff. I probably wouldn't agree with most Andrew Tate fans. I have nothing against Andrew. I think Andrew makes some great points. I think he also makes some like illogical points.
But bro, you're a bad person for thinking he's a good person.
The reason he makes those illogical points is because he's basing his points and his morals off experience. People haven't lived.
And also, it sometimes gets views. It also gets views sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
You understand that.
But I don't think it could sit with most Andrew Tate fans because you see,
100%, yeah,
like these kids that like are really just taking like all of the wrong points. Like, have you ever seen that video where that guy's listening, they're like talking to the teacher, and he's like, "I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm an alpha. An alpha does not listen." Have you seen that video, bro?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite videos, bro.
Yeah, I love him. I respect that. I couldn't speak to him though. Again, yeah, I agree with you.
I can speak to Andrew. I can speak to Andrew easily.
But yeah, no. I mean, like
his fans. I don't think I can speak to his fans.
Yeah. No, I feel you there. I feel you. You're right with like most people. like that. That people that idolize people like that is like I think are generally pretty poor conversations, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like
It's rare though that the people in the situation, like though, like you said, like Ben Shapiro,
yeah,
he is actually one where I wouldn't want to speak to him.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that he is one. Like I agree with you. Like the sitting down with him would seem like a chore to
Well,
me.
like for
But
example, I could speak to Fantano, but I probably wouldn't speak to his fans
100%. I yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. I agree with
because
you.
his fans just
It's
follow his every word, and that seems like
but yeah, but you're right. But an actual chat with him would be great.
it'd be great.
Like in
I think Fantano is
yeah,
a really cool, interesting guy, genuinely. And from all
yeah,
the interviews that I've seen, all the people he gets along with, and all of these people I like as well. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't he be a great conversation? But his
yeah.
fans, on the other case, it's just like
But do you not think that's normal as well for someone who is popular like that way? Is because
right,
there's a reason why people idolize them like that.
right,
Is because they are interesting, and
right.
people just take interesting people too far and they start idolizing.
Well, they pedestal him, and then I think once you pedestal someone, then you pedestal all of their opinions, and then because you listen to them, you value every opinion that that person has, and so then you're like, they can never be wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I probably
That's
couldn't
dangerous.
sit down with all. I'd say I'm a huge Drake stan. Like I'm not even going to say fan. I'm going to say stan. You know what I mean? But I don't think I could sit with a lot of Drake stans.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them would just be shitting on Kendrick and Cole and all of that. And I love those guys. You know what I mean?
And
I
they're
love Drake.
because they fan them so much that they dislike other
Right.
people.
That they place them like, and they'll shit on everyone else's music because it's like, it's not Drake. And it's like, well, no shit, it's not Drake.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
I
meant
get
to be Drake. It's meant to be Kendrick and Cole. Like I find them all pretty equal in my opinion. I just love Drake the most because I feel like I relate to him the most.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
But I
you.
also relate to Cole in many ways, and I also relate to Kendrick in many ways. And so it's just like it all just depends.
You relate as you are a black man.
No, I relate with Kendrick and no, I relate with Cole and Drake with the whole daddy issues thing. I relate with Cole for being a sensitive guy like I am. I relate to Kendrick for having like a fucking undying heart and just not and being short as well.
That's a big one.
So yeah. Yeah, short guys have a lot in common, bro. I think canon event. There we go. Back to it again. Being short, bro. That's a canon event, bro. Dealing with all those. Oi, ready? Dealing with all the shortcomings.
Damn, that's deep, bro. That is deep.
I got bars, bro. I got bars.
When's the album dropping?
Soon, bro. Soon.
This is called Bars. Oh, that's actually a pretty cool like little EP.
Did you watch Flagrant? Did you see Adesanya on Flagrant? He's thinking about rapping.
Oh,
And
really? Okay.
And he's full serious.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I imagine he would be if he said he was. So I don't know how good that would be, but hey.
He spat some bars. He's only at the
Yeah.
beginning, bro. Is all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna shit on him. I was there once.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I might have to listen to his bars.
Yeah. Yeah, probably be a clip on Flagrant of them like speaking out his bars and shit. I think that's basically all I got. You got anything else?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna Google Adesanya bars. But yeah, no, I'm good. We can always
all right.
bring up next week if anything that we missed.
And actually today would actually be a Sunday select because today is actually Sunday. Finally, we did it on a Sunday. Oh, bro, you know what? I've actually, before we go, I fucking would love to sit down with them, but I also fucking love their channel and I watch all of their shit and they put me onto so much good music. But turning the tables,
oh yeah, yeah.
bro, it just makes me wish I had a relationship with my dad. So my Sunday select today is Rhinestone Cowboy by Madlib and MF Doom from the
Fair enough. Mine is Mona Lisa by Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar.
Great song.
honestly, like Kendrick's like verse is like
It goes
fucking,
crazy. But you can't
he goes
deny
crazy.
Wheezy, bro. Wheezy go crazy, man.
Wayne, yeah, kills it. Like it's just a
I
fucking, it's a
that's
fucking
another
dope
person
song.
that like over time I really started getting more of appreciation for because the only songs
Yeah,
I heard
same,
when I
honestly,
was
same.
younger was just like with the
Yeah.
popular shit, and then people be like, his
Mm.
bars are so retarded. He's not even. But when you actually listen to his like bar songs, you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude, he bars you
Yeah,
up.
Wayne is also my type of artist. Like he makes
He's
it
he's versatile.
makes yeah, that's like, and that's what I love. It's just like different, like kind of. I love the weird shit. I love the weird shit. Like his Mamma Mia. Like a lot of people,
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of people shit on that song. I fucking love that
that's
song.
a great song.
Like the weird fucking the weirdness of it. I fucking
Yeah,
love.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, no. I've been going back to old Wayne recently, just trying to like because I've
Yeah.
never really listened to his old
My
stuff.
favorite Wayne song is Nightmares from the Bottom.
Okay, yeah, no, I've heard it. It's good. It's good. It's good. No,
But
I
yeah.
think yeah, I'm gonna go this week. I reckon I might just start going back through all of
I
like the
need to as
original
well
Wayne.
because I actually haven't listened to the early stuff. I just I've been listening to so much recently, just Late Registration. So
Oh
much.
yeah, you
Man, just
Kanye
that old
reminiscent.
soulful Kanye.
Yeah.
It makes me
It's
think,
hard.
man.
Wait, how hard? Sometimes every now and then you just think of Kanye. You're like, I can't hate the man. I
I
can't
don't
hate him.
hate him. Like,
I mean, yeah, no, but I mean, like everyone wants you to. Everyone wants you
yeah,
to
but
hate him,
what like
and
he's
I
got
just can't.
issues, man. Like, just like, bro, if you can hate on Kanye, hate the fucking furries, bro. Because they got issues too, man. They go fucking.
Yeah.
You think that's normal? And just because he said all that shit, like he didn't say he fucking supported Hitler. He just said he liked him. He said he likes everyone, bro.
Yeah, we'll end it there.
All right. Well, thanks for watching once again, guys. Peace.